War movies are always fun to watch because they are packed with action, drama, and suspense. The intense battle scenes that depict soldiers fighting for their country are often breathtaking and leave audiences on the edge of their seats. In this video, we will count down some of the best war movies to watch on Netflix. So let's get straight into it. Number 10, The Outpost. Based on true events, a handful of American soldiers take hundreds of Taliban terrorists head-on from the remote combat outpost, located deep in the Afghanistan valley. The Battle of Kamdesh became the bloodiest American engagement of the Afghanistan War in 2009 and one of the most heroic tales of bravery. The Outpost is crafted with precision, expertise, and experience. It's a war drama that transports you to the battlefield in all its cinematic brilliance.
Red platoon! We're taking this bitch back.
Number 9, The Last Full Measure is a 2019 American war drama film written and directed by Todd Robinson. The true story of the medic William Pitsenbarger, a war hero who saved more than 60 people in the Vietnam War. The film unfolds 32 years later and slowly and deftly takes you back to Vietnam and an ever-increasing awareness of his bravery and sacrifice and the other men as well. The actors portrayed these real people with so much emotion that you yourself feel like you're walking through William's story with Scott.
Give praise as this young man and show us that the sacrifices of the fallen will never be forgotten.
Number 8, Beasts of No Nation, is a 2015 Netflix film about a boy who becomes a child soldier. Set in an unnamed West African country, a violent civil war is being fought between the military and rebel groups. Agu is a small boy from a loving tight-knit family living in a village that is in the path of the approaching armies. When the fighting spreads to his village, he flees in search of safety but instead finds himself drafted to fight in a rebel group under the commandant. It's a film that shows the good side but mostly the bad side of being of a country in Africa going through the political turmoil and the violence that occurred, as well as the creativity and resilience of the child protagonist.
Yes, sir!
Number 7, First They Killed My Father. The film tells the story of the Cambodian genocide carried out by the Khmer Rouge from 1975 to 1979. This national tragedy resulted in the death of over 25% of Cambodia's population. Angelina Jolie has adapted the film from Lung Ung's memoir and made it into a remarkable child's eye view of the constant ravages and savages of war. Throughout the film, the audience sees Lung and her family trying to survive against the hunger, brutality, and threat of separation that the Khmer Rouge drowns them in. Number 6, The Siege of Jadotville. It is a 2016 action war film directed by Richie Smith and written by Kevin Broadbent. An Irish commander and his battalion of 150 men withstand a siege by 3,000 Congolese troops led by French and Belgian mercenaries working for mining corporations. Despite being heavily outnumbered and outgunned, Quinlan and his men hold out for 6 days before being forced to surrender. The film also explores the political and diplomatic issues surrounding the conflict, as the Irish soldiers were caught up in a power struggle between the Congolese government, the United Nations, and other foreign powers. Number 5, The Bombardment tells the story of a tragedy, which hit Denmark on March 21, 1945. An aerial attack on Gestapo's headquarters in Copenhagen had fatal consequences when the British Royal Air Force mistakenly hit a French Catholic school, killing over 120 people including 86 children. The scenes are beautifully shot and capture the terror and horror of war and those civilians caught in the middle. What happened in Denmark was devastating, and the young actors on set deserve full plaudits for what they delivered on screen. Number 4, The Forgotten Battle. Originally titled Battle of the Scheldt, is a Dutch-Belgian production with all the characters, Dutch, German, British and Canadians, speaking in their own languages, adding to the authentic feel. The plot is centered on 3 main characters, and their journeys bring us into the homes and lives of those living under the oppression of occupation. A British glider pilot, a Dutch boy fighting on the German side and a Dutch female resistance member all end up involved in the Battle of the Scheldt. Like many modern World War II films, we are given insight into the terror and pain inflicted on those who must live day to day with these conditions.
Pain.
Number 3, Mosul. Written and directed by Matthew Michael Carnahan, Mosul follows the combat between Nineveh Squad and ISIS. The second largest city of Iraq, Mosul has been turned into rubble by the militants, and the Nineveh Squad fights against them each and every day just to end the terror and bring peace to their land. It arrives as an underappreciated diamond in the rough that distinguishes itself from the sea of surface-deep war dramas that plague Netflix. Its journey is a gripping one, a shockingly raw anecdote that will bring its audience to hopefully what remains their closest way of experiencing the war against ISIS. The tension in this hostile landscape is palpable in many scenes. Number 2, All Quiet on the Western Front. An anti-war epic film, which is an adaptation of the eponymous 1929 novel by Erich Maria. Set during World War I, it follows the life of an idealistic young German soldier named Paul Baumer. After enlisting in the German army with his friends, Baumer finds himself exposed to the realities of war, shattering his early hopes of becoming a hero as he does his best to survive. The film adds a parallel storyline not found in the book, which follows the armistice negotiations to end the war. It received a leading 14 nominations at the 76th British Academy Film Awards. Number 1, 1917. As an infantry battalion assembles to wage war deep in enemy territory, two soldiers are assigned to race against time and deliver a message that will stop 1,600 men from walking straight into a deadly trap. It's literally war poetry wherein Sam Mendes shows us almost every aspect of a war scenario, threading it alongside the terrifyingly eventful journey of the protagonists, accompanied by exceptional camera work, nail-biting background score and a cinematic environment that'll just demand your attention, while you're simply glued to the screen in anticipation of what next is to follow in this roller coaster of a ride. Thanks for watching. That's all for the video. Do make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel for more top 10 videos.